Hello and welcome to another daily wrap by Voice of Crypto. This is a daily news session which we talk about the latest developments which have happened in the last 24 hours in the crypto market. So let's get started. We are seeing a lot of interesting things which have been happening in last few days, but let's get started with one of our favorite platforms, Coin Market Cap, to understand how the market has been shaping in last 24 hours. So as you can see, the current market cap is 1.67 trillion, which is around 1% increase in the last 24 hours. Fear and greed index is now we are moving towards uh, the neutralization or towards the left hand side of this particular section, which means we are the greed is decreasing. In fact, when we saw yesterday, the greed was around 72. Today it's 70. So we the market is taking a correction on the left hand side. Bitcoin is at 43,000 approximately, which is a decrease of 0.71% in last 24 hours. Ethereum is at 2,288, which is an increase of around 2% in last 24 hours. So Ethereum has been seeing some upmark in the last 24 hours. Solana has seen a huge, as you can see, a huge rally in last around 30 days. In last 7 days, it has grown by 46%, and in last 1 hour it has, I mean, last one day it has been decreasing by around 2%, which is a correction happening in Solana. BNB has seen an uptake of around 21% in last 7 days, which was I mean, we have been expecting it for a very long time. In 24 hours, it has picked up in around 7.30%. So BNB again is moving upwards. Let's look at some of the biggest losers and winners in the last 24 hours. The biggest winners have been BSV, which is around 24.64% up trend in last 24 hours. Aster is a new entrant in our daily winners list, with seeing around 22% upmark. Mina with 20%. Polygon has seen an interesting uptake in last 7 days. In fact, as you can see, 37 again, a long due for Polygon. People had been waiting for it. We'll talk about it in detail also in today's session, what has been happening with Matic and what all we can expect. BCH Bitcoin. So as you can see, BHV Bitcoin have been stacks again, some of the biggest winners in last 24 hours. Let's have a look at some of the biggest losers in last 24 hours. Bonk, everybody's favorite, which was building up on a lot of hype from last 30 days, has started seeing a certain decline. Neo Protocol again which has seen a good rally in last 7 days, is seeing a downtrend in last 24 hours. Oasis Network down by 8.66%. AR by 7.35%. Beam, which was a winner yesterday, is on a downturn today, around 7.4%. So overall, as you can see, there are a lot of reds in market, which you can see, which means we are seeing a correction in last 24 hours. As you can see, all these are reds, which is definitely a good thing. Maybe in last few days things had picked up too fast, so now we are looking at certain other angles as well, in which we are seeing a market correction. Talking about some of the biggest news, as I said, we'll talk about, and the topic for today is: are we expecting to see the Bitcoin ETF by January? So the last date for any changes was around 29th of December, which SEC had applied, and there have been some interesting things happening on the ETF front. So there has been a news which has been coming in, which says that Grayscale has already submitted their amended ETF strategy to meet SEC's cash only redemption demands, which means they have recently, in fact, they changed their documents. They have resubmitted their documents on 26th, which was yesterday. The amendments means that Grayscale will facilitate fund creation and redemption using cash, which is similar by spot Bitcoin ETF applicants, including BlackRock. So there have been new changes, new documents being submitted for the upcoming Bitcoin ETF season, which we all have been anticipating, which will, as per, if you listen to Twitter artists, which will happen somewhere between 10th of January till 13th of January. So a huge expectations. However, which we have been saying to a lot of people, is the current price point has already taken that the ETF is definitely going to happen. So there might be a huge surge in the Bitcoin prices once the ETF is launched. But according to us, the a lot of people have been saying that the prices have already counted in. As I said, nothing which happens or what we talk on Voice of Crypto or on this daily wrap is a financial advice. Please do your own research, look at what things are happening, and then take a decision. What we say is just our observation, our analysis. It's not a financial advice. Talking about the next pointer, which we just spoke about, how Matic has seen a good rise in last few days. Matic had been not performing as per the expectations, but in last 7 days it has performed quite well. 20% in on a daily chart and around 37% in the weekly chart. We're expecting Polygon to go ahead with the new surge of positive news which the whole market has been seeing. And as you know, how usually the price point works is money moves from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then to other coins. So we might be seeing that also happening in next few weeks here. Uh, in another news, we have been seeing that SEC is pushing in for in-kind redemption rules, which is a concern for a lot of crypto ETFs, which means there might be certain new changes which needs to be done by these ETF which are filing for it, which includes BlackRock, which includes Franchise. So all these are going to make some more changes. As I said, the last date for this new application or any final document submission is 29th of December, which is just 2 days from now. So you will see a lot of new news coming in, a lot of ETF or the lot of managers of ETF filing in for new documents as well, so that they know that when the ETF comes in picture, they are the first ones to take it. And in the meantime, I'm sure you might have seen a lot of interesting ads which have been started coming in. So Bitwise launched an ad about Bitcoin ETFs. So which means which is again not a financial advice, but it is a signal which you can see that these brands know that it is imminent that Bitcoin ETF is going to come ahead. Otherwise, they would not have spent their time, money, and energy in creating these full-fledged ads as well. So that's my point of view. Another good news which has been coming in from South Korea is that South Korea has enforced crypto asset disclosure for all the public officials in 2024, which means anybody who's a public servant, anybody who works in government companies or in government, they have to disclose their digital assets as well, which I see as a positive thing, which means the governments have also started accepting that crypto is definitely an asset, and people have to start talking about it. They have to start uh, putting it in public that they hold this amount of asset. We have seen this usually happening from only from a real estate point of view or from stocks point of view. But I really welcome this decision of South Korea, in which they're asking their public servants to disclose their crypto assets as well, so that it can also be accounted for. This is a good news, which I feel which is coming at the end of the year. Another news, another I would not say news, but another anticipation is that the crypto trading firm has they have put a prediction that Bitcoin might crash to 36,000 before picking up on the for the Bitcoin ETF, and we have seen a downtrend in the last 24 hours. So it might be true, it might not be true. But this is by QCP Capital, which says that the actual demand for these investment funds might fall short of market expectations at the beginning. But let's see. There are a lot of expectations which we all have been waiting for Bitcoin ETF, and do let me know if you think it will be coming in January, and if it is going to come in January, what dates do you think when the Bitcoin ETF would be approved by SEC in January? We all have been waiting for this big news to come in, and the whole crypto market has been waiting for it. So yeah, let's see that. And thank you very much for joining me on today's daily wrap. And we will see you again tomorrow with the latest news. And let's wait for good news to come in. Thank you.